Hello friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I'm going to be working on another REST application that is basically implementing the trait. So let's go to the screen and I will show you there. As you can see here that I'm currently present in this Visual Studio Code. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to create the terminal, launch a new terminal, and inside this terminal the first thing that I'm going to do is to create a new package like cargo new trait. Okay, so now you can see here that it is giving me the error that the name trait cannot be used as a package name. It is a Rust keyword. Okay, so I need to change this name from trait to, let's say, fuel trait. Okay, fuel trait. See that would be fine. So now you can see here that the fuel trait directory is created. Inside this the source directory, and inside this the main.rs file. So let's start working on this. So I will remove this, and now the first thing that I'm going to do is to define that what the trait is and how it is used. So the trait is basically the common behavior that it can be found in multiple objects or multiple functionalities, multiple things, right? So let's take an example of it. Let's say there are multiple living beings that are living here on earth. So like that could be human, that could be like birds, that could be animals. So these are all the living beings that are living on earth. But one of the common functionality or one of the common behavior that they have is that they can all eat, right? So human beings are made to eat, animals are made to eat, or like similarly birds are made to eat. So these are all the living beings that eats in order to survive. So that's the common trait or the common behavior among all of these creatures or among all of these living beings, that they can eat. Okay, so this is called the trait, in which you just define like the common behavior that is present in all of the objects. So let's take another example that I will be making the application specifically for it. Is that, let's say there is a car, right? So there could be car, there could be truck, there could be bike. So these are all the vehicles that you can use it on daily basis. But one of the trait is that they can all consume like fuel. Okay, so they can take the fuel in terms of in petrol or diesel or electricity. So these are all the fuel types that they can take, and this is the consumption that is basically showing the common trait among all of these vehicles. Okay, so the vehicles, whether it is truck, whether it is bike, whether it is a car, they are made to take fuel in order to run. Okay, so yeah, this is what the application that I'm going to be making, in which that's the reason that I have named this application fuel trait. So now let's write the syntax of it, that how the trait will work and how it is going to be implemented. So now the first thing that I'm going to do is to write trait, and now let's write fuel. So yeah, the fuel is the common behavior among all of the cars or all of the vehicles, right? So yeah, now I will write function fuel, and after that I will write the self. So it is referring to itself. I will show you that what does it mean by referring to itself. So after that, this is the common function that I will be using later on. So yeah, you need to keep this in mind that this is just one trait of the vehicles. You can write multiple traits also, but yeah, this is just one trait that I have written it. Now let's write enum. So enum, it will work on different variants. So either one of the variants should be true in order to make it work, right? So let's say fuel types. Okay, so yeah, fuel types. So yeah, the fuel types is going to be petrol, diesel, and another thing is going to be electricity. So yeah, these are the fuel types that are written here. So yeah, one of the fuel types should be used, like either the petrol, either the diesel, or either the electricity. So a car can run on electricity, or a car can run on diesel or petrol. Although they can run in multiple fuel types, but I'm just trying to like mention that you can use one fuel type in order for vehicle, right? For one vehicle. So yeah, this is what the purpose is going to be. Now let's write struct. So the struct is going to be the vehicle that is basically show the details of the vehicle. So yeah, vehicle brand, vehicle brand. Okay, that is going to be the string, and the next thing is going to be vehicle, or what you can say, fuel type. Okay, fuel type is going to be this fuel types. Fuel types. Okay, so yeah, this is the vehicle struct in which you will be giving two kind of information. The first one is the vehicle brand, that could be any brand, and then the vehicle fuel type, that could be the fuel types, this one. So one of the fuel type should be selected, either the petrol, diesel, or electricity, right? So yeah, now the next thing is to implement it. So how to implement this what you can say, trait? So yeah, this is the common trait. So I will write implement fuel for vehicle. Okay, so yeah, for the vehicle, this is the fuel trait that is going to be implemented. Okay, so I will implement the common functionality for all of the vehicles. So vehicle could be different, like it could be multiple vehicles, but I'm going to implement the common functionality of these vehicles, that is basically the fuel, and I will write self, and this is going to be referring to this struct. Okay, so yeah, the self is basically referring to this these two variables that are present inside this struct. Okay, so yeah, this is what I was talking about, that the self keyword will be referring to these variables, and I can use those variables of this struct inside this function without writing them in the parameter. Now let's write print statement. Okay, so the print statement is going to be two print statements, and after that I will put the message here that vehicle brand is this one, and it drives on like this. So now let's write self vehicle brand and then self fuel type. Okay, so yeah, these are the prints, two things that I have written here. Now the next step is to write it like what you can say here, main function. So inside the main function, what I'm going to do, I'm going to write this vehicle. So vehicle could be different, so I will write let car. So this is first vehicle, and then I will write vehicle type, vehicle brand, and I will write what you can see here, Tesla. Okay, so Tesla runs on electricity, converted this into string. Okay, after that the fuel type is going to be fuel types : electricity. So now I'm not going to write like the data here like Tesla. Instead, I am referring to choosing one of the variant, either the petrol, diesel, or electricity. So that's what I have called like the fuel types : is going to be electricity because Tesla runs on electricity. So yeah, I will put the semicolon here because this is the end of the variable car. And now let's put two more variables. The second one is going to be like the bike. Okay, so bike is vehicle brand is going to be like Honda, and then now the next step is to choose the fuel types, that is going to be petrol. Okay, now the next step is to write the truck. Okay, truck, and vehicle brand is going to be like Toyota, and the fuel types is going to be diesel. Okay, so yeah, these are the few vehicle types that I have written here, and the vehicle names. Now let's write the print them. So in order to print them, I have already written the print statement. So now what I need to do, I will write the car fuel. So the car fuel is the common behavior. After that I will write bike fuel. So yeah, this is the common behavior, and after that truck. So the truck fuel. So yeah, this is the common behavior of car, truck, or bike, that they can take the fuel, and after that it will print the message here inside this function. Okay, So yeah, let's run this and see if it is an if it gives me an error or not, or what are the problems. As you can see here that the problems already occurred. So yeah, just don't worry about it. First of all, I will write like fuel trait, and then I will write cargo run. Now you can see here that it has given me an error that the fuel types cannot be formatted with the default formatter. Okay, so I need to write the colon and question mark here. I will show you that what does it mean. And the next step that I'm going to do is to write the derive like this, derive and debug. So yeah, derive debug is basically the common trait that will be sorry, this is not going to be written here. Instead it should be written here. Yeah, so the derive debug is basically used to debug, is to allow me to print the enum in a nice format. Okay, so yeah, although you can write the debug trait or the debug functionality in a separate way also, but yeah, this is helpful for you to write this trait in just one line, so that it will be it will allow you to print the enum, any one of these enum, either petrol, diesel or electricity. It will allow you to print this enum in a nice format by using this debug. Okay, and the colon question mark is basically used to print the fuel type. That fuel type is basically referring to this fuel type. Okay, so it will allow you to print the fuel type in a single line format. Okay, and now if you want to write it in a nice format, you can put the what you can see here hash also, in which it will allow you to print the data in what you can see here in a nice format in a nested way. So let me just remove this, and first of all let's save this. And now if I write cargo run, you will see here that it has written this data in front of me, like the vehicle brand is Tesla and it drives on electricity, and this electricity is printed here. You can see here that fuel type is printed here, and this is the reason that it was requiring the question colon, because colon and question mark, because now you are printing the enum, not an ordinary variable just like this Honda, Tesla or Toyota, but you are printing the enum. So in order to print the enum, you have to write like this question and colon and question mark in order to print this in a single output. And this debug is written in order to make it usable to in order to make it printable, instead of just writing the debug in a separate way. So yeah, this is what it will look like. And now you can see here that this is successfully printed. Vehicle brand is Honda and drives on petrol. Vehicle brand is Toyota and it drives on diesel. So yeah, this is how it will work. And now you can make it short also. So instead of defining vehicle brand, vehicle type, vehicle brand, vehicle type multiple times, why not remove this? Okay, so yeah, let's remove this. Just remove the vehicle type also, like this. Okay, so now you can see here that I have just written the vehicle and Tesla and the fuel type. Now you don't need to write this vehicle brand and vehicle type or fuel type multiple times. Instead, you just need to remove it, and the rest will automatically detect that yeah, this vehicle struct is used, and now I don't need to define the fields multiple time. Instead, it will automatically detect it. Okay, so now let's remove this. Yeah, if I remove this space also, it will look nice. So now let's clear this. Okay, missing fuel type and vehicle brand, although it is not expected. Let me just go through it. Okay, so this was a mistake that I made. Basically, although I removed all of the fields, but they are written as it is. So what I need to do, I need to convert them or write them in the tuple, because they are written in the struct. So I need to write them in the tuple in order to make it work. So what does it mean? So in order to make it work in a tuple, I need to remove this, what you can see here, the field names. If you want to, you can remove them also. like this. And now you can see here only the string is going to be accepted and the field types. Now instead of writing the field name separately, you can also write it like this. Now in order to use it, I need to write the like round brackets instead of writing curly brackets. Now it is now converted into a tuple, and instead of writing this vehicle brand like self vehicle brand, I will remove this self 0 and then self 1. So now this is showing the 0 and this is 1. After that I need to remove this like curly brackets and write it like this, and after that I will remove this one also and write it like this with round brackets, replace with the round brackets. Now I think it should work, but here is the, yeah, I need to write the curly brackets in the end of the main function. If I clear this time it should work. So vehicle, okay, I need to put the semicolon here. And now you can see here the same thing here, it worked, but now instead of writing the struct or writing multiple fields one by one, I can use it like this without writing the field names, and it will identify that this first one is the string or the vehicle brand and the second one is the fuel type. Okay, so yeah, this is how you can implement the trait, and this is how you can use it by using the tuple. You can use it with tuple instead of writing the struct. So yeah, I hope you like this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.